Hello, mysterious person behind the screen. So, big, epic, speed review of the Monk Trilogy. Let's go, Extremis. I really do not like this episode. Such a shame. I was really looking forward to it, and as a general rule, I hate simulation episodes of TV. Like, Rick and Morty did it well, and did sort of a parody of simulation episodes in TV where it's like, it's constantly revealed that it's a simulation. Like, it's still in the simulation and stuff. And it's just, simulation episodes in TV are what I feel like, once you find out a simulation, it's like, well, okay, why should I care about the past 40 minutes if it was just a simulation and it's not going to have any bearing on reality? Because we know it doesn't, because we see the Doctor sit down near the vault, put his glasses on and send an email, title sequence, then we're in the simulation. And then when the simulation ends, he's still sat on the vault. So we know that even if he died in the simulation, he wouldn't still be alive, sat there in the vault. So it's very sort of... It's very hard to care about the events of the episode. And it's just like, well, if I wasn't a Doctor Who fan, would I really be sticking around for this? Because my grandparents, for example, started watching Doctor Who again. Well, started watching Doctor Who from this series because I'm so obsessed with it. They've obviously seen quite a few episodes just from me watching it. But this was the first time where they sat down and watching it, and they just started watching it. And they just had no clue what was going on. It seems to chuck the mentality of, let's make a series that's accessible to everyone, that everyone can enjoy, and you wouldn't have to have known the previous episodes, the previous series, to enjoy this series. It seems to have thrown that out the window, because suddenly now you've got Missy on trial, and you've got like hard, convoluted simulation episodes, when the past 5 weeks have just been about fun science fiction, which is what I wanted. So yeah, Extremis, it just... And the Mario reference, my god, that line, I've forgotten what it was now, it's been a long time since I watched it, I wonder why. The line that the Doctor says about Super Mario, Peter tries his best, but god, it's a stupid line. I don't know, man. Extremis was just... I say Extremis, you say Extremis, I say Extremis because of Iron Man 3, but I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. So much potential. I mean, there was some cool stuff in it. The Doomsday Clock... No, wait, what? No. Doomsday Clock was in Pyramid at the End of the World. I took a cool thing from a cool episode and put it in a bad one. Oh... Well, the scientists at, where were they, like, Switzerland, some country beginning with an S, that was a cool thing. The US president overdosing on pills was cool, although I'm not really sure, like, all this is quite dark subject matter for Who. Would kids really be enjoying watching the president overdose on pills and seeing bombs strapped underneath tables about to blow themselves up and stuff, and, like... people killing themselves? Is that really... I don't know. It's a cool concept. Wasted. Of course, it's Stephen Moffat. He has to make it all convoluted, and I just... It's a waste of time, quite frankly. As somebody said on Twitter, I think it was Tom Dix, but I'm sorry for stealing your point, but this is damn right, and this is so right. It could have been a 5-minute prequel at the beginning of Pyramid at the End of the World. Because it just is so pointless. It just... Ugh, I hate it. Really do not like Extremis. Easily my least favourite of the series so far. And I didn't enjoy Smile. But compared to that, Smile looks like Genesis of the Daleks right about now. So yeah, Extremis, bad. Pyramid at the End of the World. It was a nice, slow burny story, just like a classic series one. It took its time, and that's what I really appreciate. I really enjoyed it, actually. It's probably the best out of the trilogy. They had this really cool sort of subplot with Erica and what's his name from My Parents Are Aliens in the lab. And you're sort of like, well, this story doesn't really have any relevance so far onto the story that we're watching with the Doctor and his friends. What could this be about? And it sort of keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're sort of like, so what's this story about compared to that story then? And when it's revealed that when the two merge, when the two stories merge, it's really cool. It's sort of it's a really satisfying thing, because you're like, oh, so that's how they link. and it's a really cool idea, probably from Stephen Moffat actually, because it's written by Peter Harness and Stephen Moffat. I suspect the bits written by Stephen Moffat were the lab scenes. When one little thing can set off a chain of events, like her breaking her glasses, sets off the chain of events that means she has to let him, the hangover guy, do the work instead of her. Hair on my head. Yeah. She has to let him do the work in the lab, which means he messes it up, which means... Yeah, you get what I mean. It's a really cool sort of chain of events, and it's kind of nice, and I really liked Erica as a character. She was cool. And I just enjoyed Pyramid at the End of the World. It was nice. Good story. I really enjoyed the monks, how they're like, you have to mean it. Like, you have to give them consent, but you have to mean it. Like, you can't act out of fear, because that's not full consent. So that was really cool. I thought that was a cool concept. And when those guys died, you really saw sort of, these monks are threatening, they're not very nice. And I really liked the ending with the cliffhanger was great, with Bill and Doctor Who Doctor Who. I just called him Doctor Who. Oh, that's weird. Screw it, I'm sticking with it now. Bill and Doctor Who are talking... Hair in my mouth. Bill and Doctor Who are talking on the phone, and he finally reveals to her that he's blind, and she makes the ultimate sacrifice to get him back his eyesight, and it's a really cool cliffhanger. I really enjoyed the cliffhanger, because it's like, it's proper edgy. You see, like, what's gonna happen? And I really enjoyed Pyramid at the End of the World. I thought, thank God he's got his eyesight back, because that got so old in Extremis. He was just like, ugh, thank God he's got it back. Just here in the bridge between Lie of the Land and Pyramid at the End of the World, I'm gonna just quickly talk about Nardole. I think he was the saving grace of Extremis for sure. He was great. There was a lot of language in Extremis, like arse and bloody and badass and stuff. I mean, it's not like Deadpool or Kick-Ass where it's swearing every 5 minutes, but it's not like, I don't know, it seemed quite extreme for Who. Anyway, yeah, Nardole was really good. He was like, I felt an attachment to his character that one has never felt before. And you saw his loyalty to the Doctor when he was blind. And even though the blind stuff did get really old really fast, unfortunately, because I really enjoyed that in Oxygen, I really enjoyed the premise. Unfortunately, it did get old, but Nardole was the saving grace of it, because you saw his loyalty to the Doctor, and you saw how much Nardole was... assisting the Doctor, and it was really cool. They added to the cliffhanger of Pyramid at the End of the World where he was collapsed in the TARDIS, so that was really cool. I really enjoyed that as well. Right, Lie of the Land. This is a really interesting one, because this has garnered a really mixed reaction. There were some love it, some hate it. I don't know. When it went out, I put on Twitter, I put hashtag Doctor Who, then I put the gif of the kid from Incredibles going, "That was totally wicked!" So I really enjoyed it when it first went out, but like, thinking about it, there's a lot of flaws, and I think like, I can still enjoy it, like watching it, I really can get to grips with it and enjoy it. But I think I'm fully aware of its flaws now, and I think it's kind of the thing where it's almost a guilty pleasure, because although I quite enjoy watching it, I can definitely see where the flaws are. Like Spider-Man 3, I guess. I love Spider-Man 3. I love watching Spider-Man 3. Totally see where the flaws are. And I think that's with Lie of the Land as well, because the regeneration scene is a prime example of how thinking about it ruins the episode. Because, like, on first viewing, I was, like, really taken aback by the whole regeneration stuff. Even though I knew it was coming, obviously, because I saw the room in the trailers. But, like, I thought, like I really was taken aback by the scene and what Bill was doing, how the Doctor turned traitor. And my God, Peter's performance in that scene was amazing, when it was like, you had free will, and it was like, he was I could believe that the Doctor had turned rogue, and I really enjoyed that side. But obviously, I really enjoyed the shock factor of the regeneration. But the scene's quite horrible when you think about it, because it's like, the Doctor is making his companion so afraid of him that she shoots him 4 times, bit overkill, 4 bullets while he's going... 4 bullets, okay, 4 bullets, Then he regenerates, makes the companion think that he's dying, while Nardole stands at the side going... And then he laughs in her face. He comes out of the regeneration going, "Ha, good girl!" And it's like, that sounded like Jeremy Clarkson then. Good girl! This is... What? This is very sort of nasty. I don't think the Doctor would do that. Plus, if he can just... It's that messes with the law. If he can just trigger regenerations off and on, why would he be blind? Could he not just go, shh, fix his eyes? Done now. And if I swear to God, if that fake-ass regeneration counts towards the cycle, I'm going to be pissed. Because that means we're going like the 15th or 16th. I don't get it, okay? Damn it, I don't get it. Because it's like, I don't know. It's just not a nice scene to watch. But it's really enjoyable. That's the thing, the music's great. And like watching Capaldi fall to the floor and grab the table and his hands start glowing and he starts doing that and stuff made me realise how excited I am for Christmas to see regeneration. Obviously I love Capaldi, but like it'd be really cool to see. I'm really excited to see his regeneration. But yeah, I don't know, it's weird. But I was like on board with the episode when it was Doctor and Missy and it was like the squad of soldiers going to raid the monks. But like all that stuff is really good. But you also have a lot of flaws, and I don't know. It's a very weird episode, man. Bonus points for playing This Is Gallifrey. This Is Gallifrey is probably the best piece of music ever composed for Doctor Who, apart from the theme and I don't know. That's the thing. There are loads of great piece of music, but This Is Gallifrey is just it's so good. It was played in a variation, like you heard the da 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 when the Doctor was talking to Missy, and I was like, this is Gallifrey, and I'm so happy. Yeah, that was great. But I will talk about something truly awful. The effects. What was going on? It looked like an episode from 2005, not 2017. It looked really bad. I mean, it was bad enough with the monks poorly photoshopped in at the beginning with, like, Albert Einstein with a monk. That's destined to become a meme, like, you just have a photo and a monk's just there going... Oh, I just love that. And it was hilariously badly photoshopped in. The statues, the CG on the statues, my God, it was really bad. It was really awful, guys. And especially since, like, 3 episodes ago, Oxygen was, like, the best looking episode in terms of CGI of the past couple of years. It's like, what happened? And then you have Bill's mum, badly green screened in at green screen. I can't talk. Green screened in at the end, going. What? And the ending, love again, but like at the same time, the ending was love, and it was really frustrating that the ending's love again. But at the same time, you have PCAP's amazing performance with Pearl Mackey's amazing performance when it was like, because I really cared when I thought Bill was going to die when she was touching the monk and stuff, and he was chained up, and he was like, no, Bill, don't do this, don't do it. And I was like, it's so good. But then he's defeated by love. Oh, I don't know. And the episode just ends as well. It's really weird. You just have Missy sort of talking, and then you just hear next time, which is like, it's a really weird way to end it as well. It's, I don't know, 5 out of 10. He's The Lie of the Land has so many good points, so many bad points, but I enjoy it. But I can totally see the flaws, and it's just like, oh, it's really frustrating, and I don't know what to give it. Probably a 5, just because of like how there's 2 sides of a coin. I don't know. Empress of Mars looks good though. The most frustrating thing with this whole trilogy is just like the first 5 episodes of the series was what I wanted when it was like fun adventures every week. The Doctor, Bill and Nardole travelling around time and space. What I wanted to see. And then you have a whole quarter of Series 10 taken up by this stupid monk arc that belongs in Series 9 with the tone and how convoluted it is. That just invades the series. Now we only have 2 episodes of possibly fun adventures before the finale. Which is going to be serious anyway, because it's like the Cybermen coming back and John Sim coming back, and it's just like, Well, what's the point? Save that for... I don't know. It's... Drinking game. How many times do I say I don't know in this video? Anyway, like... Did you enjoy the Monk Trilogy? Which was your favourite? Mine was Pyramid, because I actually knew what to think about it. But yeah, what did you think? Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.